All right, hey guys, this is Dr. Sean over at the Center Path, and today we're going to go over brainwaves. And the brainwaves that we're going to go over are the five main ones that are related to all states of consciousness. Now, those five can be separated by the cycles per second or how much they pulse every second, and that's called hertz. So we have like Z is the number for hertz, Hertz is cycles per second. Oh, wait, per second. Okay. When we're looking at those, we're looking at all the different five main ones. Now, I go over individually each one based on the use of the Flowtime Headband. And that's a little gizmo that I just bought, and that is this thing here. So we have the Flowtime Headband, and I've been using it to kind of measure some of my brain waves. And what I want to do with that is I want to see how my brain reacts with different states of consciousness, whether it's like I'm sleeping or whether I'm sitting with my eyes closed or my eyes open, or I'm sitting in meditation or just doing regular work. Now, I've been playing with this for kind of a while, and one of the things I've discovered with it is that, it's a pretty amazing thing to be able to see, because then I can interrelate how I feel when those cycles are working. Now, the first cycle we're going to talk about is the delta cycle. And that basically looks kind of like this. That's a delta symbol. And delta is between 0.5, so half a second, to 4 hertz. And what does that mean? So that means that if we take our little chart here and we draw like this, we draw over here, this is time, T-I-M-E, okay, 0.5, this is 1.0 seconds, and this is 0 seconds. So as we're measuring it, we're going this way, okay, through time. And the delta is 0.5, so we may have no change in the cycles per second, and then all of a sudden we'll have one way out here or something, or we'll have maybe 1, or maybe we'll have 2 per second, or maybe 1, 2, 3, or whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to 4. And that's the number of hertz cycles per second. And that's when we're sleeping, okay? Sleeping, deep sleep, dreamless, nothing going on. Basically, you're blank. Now, the next one we're going to go over is actually theta, okay? Theta, which kind of looks like this, is between 4 and 8 hertz. That's the cycles per second, right? Here we're going to have our same chart. We have time here, okay, and this is 1.0, and this is 0 seconds. So over time, we're going to see 4 to 8. So this one, we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or we're going to have double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. There's 8 of those, pretend. Okay, so that's going to be this one, and that's going to be a deep focus. Deep focus, we're very relaxed, inwardly focused. This is some of your deeper meditations. Okay, so now the third one we have is alpha. And alpha, like this, is between, what do we have, 8 to about 17 hertz. Okay, so this one here, it's a lot faster. Notice like the first ones we have, like we had what was delta and theta, delta between 0.5, or well, 0.5, 1/2 per second, or 1 every 2 seconds basically, to about 4, and then delta was 4 to about 8, and this one's 8 to about 17. This is kind of like you are relaxed, but you're doing passive attention. You're vegging out. You're watching TV. You're watching the grass grow, basically. So this one again, 0 seconds, 1.0 second, 0.5 seconds. So this is 1 full second, right? This one's going to go 8, so we're going to have down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Or we're going to go maybe double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Somewhere in between those two numbers. And again, this is just that relaxation period where we're kind of like focused but relaxed. Easy to be. The fourth one we're going to do is beta. Beta looks like this, and that's about 18 to oh, where are we at here? 18 to, well, it overlaps actually from about 18 to about 12, because remember the last one was alpha, and then it went up to about 17. So this one goes from about 12 to 20, 35. Okay, 12 to 35 hertz. Remember, hertz are cycles per second. So we have our timeline way over here. We go this way, we've got 1.0 seconds, 0.5 seconds, and 0 seconds over here. We're going to have somewhere between 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 35, which is going to be a lot more, right? Maybe something like this, okay? And then sometimes they go like this, up and down, depending on the activity. But that's going to be somewhere in this range. That's more attentive. Like maybe right now we're attentive, we're paying attention, we're trying to do things, we're checking the keyboard. I'm in beta definitely right now because I'm working on this kind of stuff, okay? The last one we get to talk about is gamma. And gamma looks kind of like this, and it's going to be 35 up. It's up to about maybe about 100 hertz. Okay, this is a lot of activity, a lot of focus, maybe excitement, maybe PTSD, maybe anxiety, things like that. Now this one is a little bit harder because we're going to have to use 1.0 seconds again, 0.5 seconds, and 0 seconds. In this one, we're going to have to see a lot of them. So it's going to go like we're just going to see a lot of this activity, you know, back and forth, like this kind of thing over that 1 second. And remember, we're looking at like maybe, you know, some 35 to 100 hertz, okay, cycles per second. And this is when we're really concentrating. Now, if you're really in the zone, you may bounce back down into that alpha, because alpha, remember, is 12 to 35. So you're somewhere in that area right there. Now, if we're more excited, more excitable, we're way up in gamma. So that's basically the 5 brain waves and how they look and how it works. So it's like when you see these different charts, you may see something like, you know, slower. We know that that's going to be like an alpha, okay, or something like that. Or maybe this is really slow. So this is a slower one. So this is going to be our like something like theta or somewhere down there. When we're doing these, we want to start understanding the speed of these, and that's how we spread them out. So we're just like basically dividing them up depending on our psychological and our mental activity. And what we're doing is we're trying to get an idea of how much effort and how much brain power we're putting into this thing. So we're getting a lot more. That's speed, not electricity, really. We're not talking about like being able to run a light bulb necessarily, because these are milliamps, right? These are very, 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 very tiny amounts of electricity, but the cycles per second, how fast it increases and decreases, is what we're actually measuring on that. Anyway, this is Dr. Sean over at the Center Path. Go ahead and, if you can, like this and look at the other videos. I did separate videos on each of the different brain waves so we can better understand those. And that way we can, when we use some of these brain sensing headbands and other home equipment that we can get these days, then we can start learning how to use it better and how to like link ourselves to the processes of whichever of these states we want. Now, of course, if you want to be able to concentrate better and you want to be able to really focus on things, you're going to want to go for gamma, and you're going to have to see like, what does it feel like to be in gamma? And you can do that with these headbands. These headbands are actually pretty cool. There's the Muse and there's a bunch of different ones, but I have the Flowtime. That's what I've been using so far. I did order the Muse. It's been taking forever to get to me. I don't know why that is, but you know, there's also some logistic issues going on these days. So that's probably it. Anyway, this is Dr. Sean. Like the video if you like it, and comment if you have one of these or using one. I did start a Reddit page, which is r/Flowtime Headband on there, where I'm going to start kind of putting more of this information because I want to get a lot of it out for people so we can start to learn. And if we can learn, we can start to come up with different ideas and different ways of being so that we can actually understand and work within this realm and use our brains as the really amazing tool that it is. Take care. Good luck, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.